Hey guys, let me ask you something, and this, think about it seriously. When is the last time you invested in yourself? I'm not talking about food. I'm not talking about your coffee. I'm not even talking about maybe the friend's date that you had a couple days ago. I'm talking more about when was the last time you did something for yourself. All my mamas out there, all my parents out there, all my students, all my busy professional people that may or may not have families as well. When was the last time you invested in yourself to make things better, easier, more manageable for you? You're always putting yourself last. Trust me. I know. I've been there. I've done that. You need to do something for yourself over and above the daily me time that you are giving yourself. You need to connect with others. You need to not feel so alone. You need to find someone out there who understands what you've gone through, what you are going through, what you're feeling. When was the last time you were able to invest that time in yourself? When was the last time you took part in something with other people who understand what you're going through? These are the questions I ask myself every day. These are the questions I ask myself as if I'm addressing other people, kind of like I'm doing in this video here right now. And the big thing is, with the way our lives are right now, if you're of a specific age group, with the way the media is scaring us, with the way the world feels right now, with the way the economy is, with the way we just feel, period, about ourselves every single day, we're not taking that time to connect. We're connecting over social media, but we're not truthfully connecting. You know, there are some attributes that we show on social media. We get open, we get honest, and that's great. We're not showing up like that in real life when we go meet other people, and we are creating a disconnect. So the purpose of these courses and workshops that I am putting out there, that I am working on, is to help connect, is to help, those who feel so alone, to know that they're not alone, that we all have gone through this at one time or another, or maybe are still going through it. The purpose of these workshops is to not only manage your stress, but to understand that it is absolutely doable no matter what is going on in your life, as long as you have the courage, have the will, have the want, have the need to realize that enough is enough. These aren't, just being thrown out there for the sake of, oh, here's yet another thing to work on. Here's yet another reason my life isn't perfect. That's not the intention at all. I felt so alone for so many years. I felt what I was going through, wasn't the same as what other people were going through. Maybe wasn't as intense or problematic as what somebody else was going through. I put myself last. I couldn't reach out. I've been, given smackdowns for reaching out for help in the past, because it's like, you put yourself in the situation, deal with it. Yeah, I mean, maybe sometimes we do get into a situation, but we need to know that there's a hand, or, somebody out there with the same experience or a similar enough experience to understand what we're going through, to be sympathetic enough. And that's all I'm trying to do. Is I've been through a lot in my 31 years on this planet, and I don't want that for my kids, and I don't want it for anybody else. And for anybody else who is going through it, I want you to know that, you do have options. Maybe it doesn't feel like it right now. Maybe you cannot honestly see putting yourself first for a moment because you just never have. And maybe you don't understand, maybe you don't see how anybody else can understand what you're going through. And that's the problem, is that we have created this disconnect. We have segregated ourselves. We honestly don't think anybody else could feel what we're feeling. And we honestly don't feel like anybody else would care what we're feeling. And at the same time, we all know that we all have our own issues. So we don't want to burden anybody else with our issues. And again, these workshops, these courses, these groups, I don't even know if any of you know, but I do have a membership through my website at that hotmessmama.com where I'm trying to get something set up where once a week, mamas or parents or anybody who, feels like they don't have any time to themselves, we can just get together on an online chat, through Zoom or whatever, and talk and have I started calling it a mama's night in because my focus at the time was on moms, but honestly it could work for anybody who feels segregated, anyone who feels like they don't understand. This group is here. We meet once a week. We can chat, we can talk, we can help each other out. There's support, there's advice, there's tips, there's maybe different ways of thinking. And the whole it takes a village to raise a kid, that works in so many other ways as well. It takes a village to look after yourself, a family. Just because you get a different outlook, you get a different mindset, different ideas, two heads are better than one. It's so true. Not all the time, but in a lot of situations. There's a reason these cliches have stuck around for so long. There is a grain of truth in them, and honestly, all I want to do is help, because that's what I wish I had had. And all I want to do is be there for somebody, because I wish someone had been able to reach out to me. I've created the workshops, the groups, because I wish those had been available, or someone had made me aware of them being available, in my time of need. So, this isn't a, oh, poor me kind of thing. It's not. I've, been there, done that, gotten through it. But I want, because of what happened and because I know others feel the same, I want to reach out. I want you to know, and I want you to know what's available and why, and the fact that, yes, I do understand. And if I don't understand, maybe somebody else in the group would understand or explain it in a better way than I can. Because I'm not perfect, and I haven't experienced everything there is to experience out there, but I do know that you don't have to feel alone. So thanks for listening to the video. Hopefully it helps. Hopefully there is some insight. I just, invest in yourself, invest in your future, because doing that helps so many other futures down the road. Promise.